folks, Troy Dooley, MLM Help Desk. I want to thank you for watching this video. This is the third video we've done. It's the first large post that we're doing with an in-depth interview or research on XLER8. I'm doing this because I believe as leaders we have to stand responsible for our actions. There's a reason that some folks have called me a maverick, is because I don't placate and I don't show sides. I show both sides, but I don't take sides in things. I try to really look at stuff with a clear vision, a third-party view, and to do that, as most of you know, we stopped building an organization because I don't want any type of defocus on my part, and I know how my personality is. I looked at XLER8, and I've had red flags since the day that I became involved with the company, and I've mentioned that to folks. The fact that marketing material said that they were an American Stock Exchange company, when in the reality was they had been delisted from the American Stock Exchange. They were back on the pink sheets. They were an over-the-counter company. Their stock price had been in decline. When I got involved in April of 2009, and I never built this company. I just liked the juice. But the stock price was at 41 cents. It's now at 18 cents. It had been in a regular decline. The company had never shown a profit, not even close. Had burnt through $15 million before I got involved in it. All this is public information. Morningstar, which is a company that I've been getting their information for years, right here in the Form 25, gave the reason stockholder equity had dropped below the 2 million mark. Total cash burn. In 2007, when XLER8 launched Bazi as a single focus, I will admit that gave an influx to the company. Cash burn went from 5 million to 2 million. It was a good move. They brought Doug Ridley in to run the network marketing division of this company, and which was basically all it was running for the most part. Doug rallied some good troops. Doug did some good stuff. A lot of people nailed me yesterday saying you're trying to throw Doug Ridley under the bus. You're trying to throw Sanjeev under the bus. That's the furthest from the truth. But as leaders, every person that had something to do with the leadership of this company has to stand responsible. Field leadership, corporate leadership. This is a team effort. Everybody must take responsibility. This isn't some, I mean, here's how they're acting. It's like a girlfriend that comes up and says, I'm pregnant, and she says, and the boyfriend says, oh, you should have had protection. No. This is everybody's responsible here. It's the way it's got to be. I looked at these annual reports. I looked at the most current quarterly report on the Form 10Q in November of 2009. The warning signs are there. I'm going to talk about right now the same thing I did with Local AdLink. When a company puts in their annual report, we need help. If things don't change, we're going to have to change. That is a warning sign. Yes, yesterday came as a shock to the network marketing industry and to the majority of the distributors. But here's the kicker. If we as leaders will train our folks when they're with a publicly traded company to make sure on a quarterly basis that they're double checking that annual report, the quarterly report, we wouldn't have surprises. I talked to my attorney yesterday, Kevin Thompson, my MLM attorney. And he said, boy, it's the best thing and the worst thing about a publicly traded company because everything is out there. Steve Wallach, who just merged with his company, did a reverse merger. They're coming in and really doing some awesome stuff over there at Longevity. He's getting ready to go through this same thing. People are going to see the company buck naked. It's not like a privately held company. It's not like Vima. It's not like Monavie, Zango, or any of these companies that are privately held. Those companies, something could sneak up and you wouldn't know about it. In this case, that didn't happen. It's right here in the report, folks. Let me flip over here. I'm not gonna bore you with all of the money. I mean, all of the stuff. I'm gonna get right down to the nitty gritty because this is what matters the most. Net sales. Or let's go to gross profit. Gross profit went from 1.6 to 1.2, a decline of 22%. Okay. Net sales declined 22% from 2.1 to 2.6. As a result, the company recruited fewer distributors during the most current quarter compared to the compatible quarter. In addition, the company experienced higher levels of current distributors leaving the company during the quarter. The company attributed this to financial pressure faced by some distributors during an economic decline. That's true, and they should have figured that out, and they should have dropped the auto ship down and said, look, if you need to do a lower auto ship, we'll do half a case, and you'll still get paid some commissions. They could have reworked the compensation plan. They didn't. Hindsight's 20/20. But the company saw this happening. Here's what I do think happened, though. I don't think the field force saw this happening, and here's why. They increased the double commissions on the fast starts. That hurt. It says right here that sales and marketing expenses went from $1.3 million to $1.2 million, a decrease of only 9%. Sales went down 22%. Commissions only went down 9%. They said the reason that they feel that happened is because it was offset by higher commissions paid to the independent distributors, which increased to 54% of net sales versus 42%. You guys have heard me talk. If your compensation plan is paying out more than 63%, the company won't succeed at all. Right here, we're at that high end. We're at 54%. In a decline where the company was losing money, they increased money to the distributors. The distributors made more money while everybody else was losing. When that happens, that gives a false sense of security to the field. I don't believe the field really realized what was going on. In some cases, the leaders didn't realize it because they didn't look at the annual report either. That's the tough call here, but listen to this right here, page 14. Same thing in here that was written inside of local ad links, policies, and procedures when they stopped paying commissions. Our existing cash resources are currently insufficient to provide for our short-term working capital requirements and fund the successful completion of our business plan of significantly increasing the number of distributors and revenue and consequently achieving profitability. They made it clear we're going broke. If management is unsuccessful in its plans to issue additional convertible promissory notes or raise additional capital or otherwise improve its liquidity position, the company will be required to pursue alternatives to continuing as a ongoing concern. Folks, it was in the annual report. As leaders, whether you agree or disagree with me, as leaders, it's up to us to lead. It's up to us to take responsibility. I don't agree with everything that's happened with this company. I believe that with the right management team in place that had longevity in running network marketing companies, who had longevity with relationships in the field, who understood both sides of this company would not have had to make this move. I made that clear to Sandy yesterday. I made it clear to Tom. I've made it clear to everybody that I've talked to. I believe there could have been an alternative. But at the same time, this company was very open and honest in its reports. And if people would have looked at those reports, this would not have taken them by surprise. Field leaders might have been able to make a different move or done something different. I don't know. But this is a leadership issue. And all of us as leaders, I, for one, should have made it clear. I should have done reports on the fact that XLER8 had issues. You know what? I'll never make this mistake again. I didn't do that because I did not want to hurt my friends in the field. And what I should have done was gone to them and say, I have major concerns with this. You guys need to help me on this because I'm going to do a report. I let the network marketing industry down by not reporting what I had read in this report because I wanted to protect my friends. I did not want to hurt them. I did not want to have a scare on the company. But this is the stuff that was written in this annual report. This is the stuff that we saw. This is the stuff that we didn't report on. And I can tell you this from right here, this maverick will be double checking stuff all the time with publicly traded companies. We will be reporting on that. It's what's in the best interest of the company, and it's what's in the best interest of the distributors. And in the long run, at the bottom of the day, that's what matters. Bazi distributors, we love you, and you've got the greatest leaders that I've seen in one company. These are top players, Garrett and Sylvia McGrath, Tommy Chenault, and I hope in some cases this becomes a catalyst for them. Maybe they're going to be the next Vima. Maybe they're going to go out there and start something that revolutionizes network marketing like Vima did a few years ago, like Sierra's Living's doing today. Who the heck knows? Live life like it's an epic adventure, and we'll see you at the top.